there like a whirling dervish and just make something up. And Ibaka gets to the line for two. Great job, short clock, getting you 2 free throws.
So Ibaka at the line.
There you go. Maybe a free throw or two going in. Just gets him going. I mean, Ibaka, 51% field goal percentage, 38% from three. I mean, he's a good shooter. He's just having a tough night tonight.
And no rebounds. 1 point, no rebounds.
So just like, again, just give it to me as a defender, give it to me as a rebounder, and I'll take my chances elsewhere.
Raptors up by 10. Here's Lee. And trying to get it going off of the bounce, and he's got the 4 points for the Knicks here in the third.
He's always been a good pro. Those two possessions, great at cat and mouse, screen usage, really intelligent play.
Serge gives it up to Lowry. Here's Valanciunas, has Cantor with him. Squares up, backs in, stopped on the bounce. Clock down, attacking Kyle, and Kyle goes down hard. Nearly into the stanchion. He'll go to the line.
What does he give you again? Short clock, under 2 seconds, and he just makes a play. And that's what high-end point guards do. They bail you out of broken plays. I tell you what, I give the Knicks credit, though. They have come out. Their defensive intensity has been very, very good. But Lowry has been excellent, giving you something out of nothing.
Lowry, the first free throw is good, and sparked a little bit of a fire for Kyle Lowry. He's talking.
Don't poke the bear.
Yeah, well, Cantor was hearing it from Kyle, and Cantor picked up his second. Lowry, 13.7 rebounds. He's been the top rebounder, not only for the Raptors, but in this game. And just think, they could have had him.
Yeah. And what would the Raptors look like? What would the Knicks look like?
Yep. Cantor, did he not travel?
Oh, they're going to call Norman Powell for a walk.
Knicks have yet to miss here in the quarter.
Go the other way. Yeah, good call. Let's see here. Previous possession.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a travel.
A little hop, skip, and jump.
(62-54). 2 minutes in, and DeRozan and Lee. And a foul on DeMar. Don't get frustrated here. He's picking up his first.
Well, the Knicks are trying to get Courtney Lee going big on little action, so you can't switch the screen. You prefer not to, because then Porzingis is stuck, and you got a little guy guarding him. Here they go, two-man game. This time Lee setting the screen for him, wide open.
Courtney Lee, he's got it going here.
Well, they're doing a good job putting DeRozan in screen sequences. Again, that time Ibaka and DeRozan don't communicate. We've seen that a few times with Ibaka and Anunoby on screen situations, mess-ups.
JV gets denied at the rim. 5-point game. It was 11 at halftime, plus the foul.
Well, Norman Powell said to me at halftime, the Raptors got to be the team that comes out in the third quarter and sets the tone. Quite frankly, they have not done it. And now Dwayne Casey calls a timeout. That's the right decision. The Knicks have come out here in the first 2.5 minutes and outplayed Toronto, and they've earned their way right back in it.
Stampeders and the Argos. It's the biggest part of the year. The countdown to kickoff begins at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific across the TSN network and in 4K with extended pregame coverage beginning at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Tonight's Fast Break Check brought to you by Tums. We're bringing you the plays Tums Fast.
Well, Dwayne Casey's got to pop a few Tums. Upset stomach here after what's going on here with the Knicks. Courtney Lee has done a great job getting his team on track. moving without the ball, and Enes Kanter beating Valanciunas to the punch on Tum's fast break. And if you're Jeff Hornacek, you got to be really pleased with your team. You've come out, you've counterpunched, and now it's response time for Toronto. You've let this young team right back in the game again. On the road, this crowd will be on you the rest of the night. How do you respond now?
Valanciunas on the inside. It's been a 12-3 run. Shot doesn't go. Chance here to tie or take the lead. Hardaway is fouled.
Well, plain and simple. Raptors need Valanciunas and Ibaka against Kanter and Porzingis to play better. These are your starting 4 and 5 men. They got to give you a little bit more.
9:17 to go here in the third. Lee guarded by DeRozan. Here's Porzingis. A little bit of a screen by Lee. Second chance opportunity. Turns. He's on fire. He's on fire here in the third, and we're tied at 62.
The screen sequences are killing the Raptors. How does he get free like that? I mean, again, communication, closing possessions defensively.
He's got 9 of his 13 in the quarter. Shot doesn't go. Hustling for it. Porzingis scoops it up. Hardaway Jr. drive, step, shot, good. And the Knicks, last time they led 6-3, it's now 64-62.
Well, the Raptors came out flat as a pancake to start the third quarter, and here's your result right here.
Surge, and it doesn't go. He is 0 of 8 from the field. And now a foul on Ibaka. And frustration settling in on Serge with his offensive performance tonight.
Yep. And that's going to happen. And Serge has been in the league long enough. Got to leave the last play behind you. And Dwayne Casey, I mentioned this, saying I've had enough of my starting front court. Ibaka, Valanciunas getting the hook. Pirtle, Siakam coming in, and Norman Powell, Anunoby. So Dwayne Casey trying to send a jolt through his team right now. Already called a timeout. And you know what? Coaches are paid to make unpopular, ruthless decisions sometimes, and guys get ticked. Too bad. Your loyalty's the one thing, winning.
Kanter gives it now. Porzingis, Siakam right there with him. Making it tough. The help comes. And loose ball comes out to Pascal Siakam. Look,
that's good defense right there.
Fantastic defense. It's what the Raptors need right now with their offense not feeling the rhythm. Siakam stopped on the dribble, gives it now to Norman at 10 of the shot clock.
The Knicks are really guarding, Matt.
Powell now attacks. And in traffic, doesn't go. Kanter all over the back of Porzingis. The Raptors 0 of 5 in the quarter. Here's Hardaway, turns the corner. Bucket is good, and they lead by 4. 14-0 run. Five minutes into the third, Jared Jack has it knocked away. It's New York basketball with 6:57 remaining here.
Well, I think if you're a Raptor fan, you look at this right now and say, okay, I want to see how my team responds now and see what they got. On the road, they just dug themselves a hole. Let's see how they come out of it.
16-0 run, Jack. 6-point lead.
Well, it deserves to be that way. The Knicks are playing a lot harder. Look at their defense right now. They're doing a great job with their pickup point.
Lowry now pulls it back out. Kanter, he's got him in a switch. Attacks. And the pass is stolen. Here's Hardaway. DeRozan gets back. It's another run.
Need a timeout here. Need a timeout.
And the building is jumping, and Spike Lee is working Ray Acosta, and a timeout taken by Toronto.
Well, there's no surprises here. The Knicks have totally outplayed the Raptors here in the third. That's why they're up 8.
New York, Spike Lee here in attendance. Tracy Morgan, a chance to see him at halftime. Always great to see Tracy. Great to see him back. Ben Stiller next to Sting.
Roxanne, right? Is that how he sings that song, right? Every breath you take. Right?
Oh my goodness!
Come on, Matty D.
They're all here to see Jack Armstrong.
I just got to get
Brooklyn's finest.
Norman Powell to play the piano for me. Little duets.
Look at this run, 22-3. They had all of 22 points in the second, 22 already here. Come out of the timeout and a turnover. The Raptors down 8. And let's see if they can get some offense off of this defense here.
This is why the Knicks fans are excited about this team. They're hungry. They play super hard. And they play together. They trust each other.
Cantor. It's a 24-3 run.
Well, this young group has belief. There's a good sprinkling of experienced guards in Jack and Lee, and then these young guys are playing hard.
Raptors led by 11. They're now down by 10. DeRozan guarded by Courtney Lee. The spin move back ins. Now sends it to Siakam. Siakam backing in, digging in is Lee. Turnover. Porzingis and a
number one guy in the NBA taking charges. Kyle Lowry.
Porzingis with the foul. That's his third.
And
fourth, pardon me. It's his fourth.
The best in the business. Kyle Lowry taking another charge.
We'll see if that can get the Raptors turned around. Porzingis now with 4 fouls.
Let's see what Jeff Hornacek does here.
DeRozan cut off. They give it to Powell. Powell crossover. Finds now Kyle. They need the 3. Doesn't go. Pinned in the corner. And Kyle grabbing his wrist a little bit.
Raptors 0 for 8 here in the quarter.
And a foul on Pirtle.
Nice pass that time by Jared Jack.
Raptors have yet to make a shot here in this third. And the Knicks are shooting 52% in the game now. Well,
you're experiencing turbulence right out the storm, whatever way you want to say it. Right now, the Raptors need to pick up their defensive intensity again, and they got to get tougher offensively right now. They're getting pushed off their mark, similar to the Boston game last Sunday. Got to pick it up with the offensive toughness and execution.
Sprite Raptors basketball, Jack, here on TSN Saturday. It's the Raptors and the Hawks. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern on TSN 4.
And early in the game, the Raptors were running off their defense. Now they're getting scored on, and it's all half-court stuff, and they're running in quicksand.
Just 3 points here in this third.
Look at that. Wow.
And Hardaway diving into the table.
Hey, did you ever see Carmelo Anthony do that? He might not be as good a player as Carmelo Anthony, but he sure plays harder. Look at this right here. That's awesome. And that's why these fans are believing. And it's early in the year. They're 9-7. They had the same record last year this time. But I think it's just a different vibe right now.
Three-pointer doesn't go. Pirtle.
Tell you what, the wheels have come off right now for Toronto.
It has. Hardaway. Maybe they can get something going here against a defense that's not set. Kyle, dribble drive, and he's fouled.
Well, what they finally do, they got to stop. Yep. And as you mentioned, they were able to get run out. And now they get the Knicks down a number, and they have to foul. Hey, look, you're stuck 12. Get it to 6 or 8.
Yep.
Going into the fourth. Can you win these next 4 minutes and 33 seconds?
Lowry with it. Keeps Jack right there. Sends it now to DeRozan. DeMar backs in on Lee. Shot. Tough shot. And batted around. And All the loose balls that the Raptors were coming up with in the first half, they're not getting them here. 0-10 in the quarter, and C.J. Miles is at the table. See if he can shoot the Raptors back into it. Cantor. And knocked out of bounds, and here comes C.J.
See the look the Raptors utilize here. DeRozan's going to come out. I tell you what, Tim Hardaway Jr. did a fabulous job here in the third quarter on DeRozan, blanketing him. Two-way game. He's giving you 25 points, and his D in the third quarter on the Raptors' top scorer has been great.
Courtney Lee, a rare miss. Putback doesn't go, but along the end line and a turnover.
I'll tell you what, I mean, if you just watch sports a little bit, you can, in any sport, you look out here right now, the guys in white shirts are just playing with such aggression.
Shot doesn't go. Kyle in traffic and a kick out, and it's taken by Hardaway and a foul on Powell. Wow, the tables have turned.
Well, I'll go both sides. From a Toronto perspective, you got to be super disappointed in your team because they've just gotten punched in the mouth. And on the other hand, if you are a fan of the Knicks, you got to be very proud of your team because they didn't hang their head at halftime after DeRozan put them up 11. The Toronto team, they just came out to start the second half, and they have just taken the fight to the Raptors. And Courtney Lee coming out of the game right now, and he really got them on track to start this third quarter with tremendous screen usage. And boy, oh boy, the Raptors are in big trouble here.
Down now by 14. For a team that, from an offensive standpoint, has been one of the best offensive teams, they've been limited to 3 points. CJ doesn't go, and a foul is going to be charged to Jared Jack. Raptors are 5th in the league in scoring. They're 3rd in the league in points per possession. They have the 3rd best offensive rating, but yet here in this third quarter, they have struggled immensely against this Knick defense. See if they can get something going here at the end of the third. Siakam on a dribble handoff for Powell. Powell pulls it back out. Here comes Poeltl with a screen. They get a switch. Powell attacks. And they're running. It's every place they turn, they're just running into a crowd, Jack.
Well, and again, remember I mentioned it, offensive toughness. When a team gets in your you-know-what, how do you respond to it? The Raptors have become unglued here.
Touch foul on Siakam.
He was chatting at halftime with Hall of Fame former Knick and obviously TV analyst now for the Knicks, Walt Frazier. And we looked at each other. He said, it's like a playoff game tonight. Yeah. I mean, both teams are getting after it. And this young Knick team has suddenly taken it up to the next level and not only met the Raptors' performance in the first half, they have exceeded it. And Dwayne Casey, Poeltl with 3 fouls, Nogueira in. What does that tell you? He doesn't go back with Valanciunas or Ibaka. He goes back with Nogueira. He is searching right now
yes, he is.
for some formula to get his club back in it. And so far, it has not worked.
It's a 26-0 run, Jack. At the start of the night, I don't think anybody thought that this would be the scenario that they would see. See if Kyle can get it back on track. Denied by Cantor. Scooped up. 5-on-4. Hardaway Jr. Air ball. Cantor to the cutting Hardaway. Wow. 28-0 run. CJ got it. Finally.
Well,
finally. Just keep feeding CJ.
The search party found a wide open shot. The search party found the Raptors. Who are these imposters in the red shirts? We haven't seen this group all year. It's only
Here you go.
Only game like this was in Denver.
And a foul is going to be charged to Hardaway.
Think about it. In the 16 games the Raptors have played this year, the only time we've seen a beatdown like we've seen here in the third quarter was in Denver. I mean, other than that, they've
been in every game.
Relatively speaking, been in every game with somewhat of a chance to win or be right there close at the end. And
San Antonio, Golden State, Denver, as you said, is the outlier. Boston right there in that game.
So, again, to credit Toronto, this is more an aberration than a pattern. And that's why I think Raptor fans right now probably ticked off and disappointed in their team. But nonetheless, over 16 games, this isn't representative of what they've been. So, hey, Mulligan, I use him all the time when I play with you. Just find a way to get back in it. Keep fighting.
There's plenty of time left.
Yeah, let's see if the second unit can give him something.
Here's O'Quinn on the inside. Tough shot goes. Van Vliet along with Lowry, CJ, Nogueira, and Siakam. And Kyle's going to head to the line.
Hey, Tim Hardaway, Matt, how good has he been tonight? 31 points, 6 boards, 6 assists. He is absolutely dominating this game.
He has scored 20 or more now 7 times. His season high is 34 points, and that was at Cleveland.
I turned to you. Remember I said to you a few different times in the first half, I thought the Raptors were absolutely outplaying the Knicks, and that guy, number 3, has kept their team in the game. Courtney Lee checking in, and Tim Hardaway Jr., a well-deserved rest. Lee and McDermott now in the game for New York.
So Lowry able to get both free throws. 17 points for Kyle, 7 of 8 from the line. Uncharacteristically, the Raptors have missed 6 free throws. McDermott scoops it up. Lee saves it. O'Quinn, clock at 7. Here's Courtney Lee. Siakam, great defense. Ntilikina with the, this kid supposedly can't shoot tonight. Ntilikina is 3 of 5 from the floor.
He's balling. He's hooping.
The Raptors 1 of 14 in the quarter. And another turnover. It has been a rough third quarter, to say the least. McDermott, McBuckets misses. O'Quinn back outside, and it's just been an onslaught. And the Raptors want to get out of this third. It's 84-69. See if they can get a stop here and cut into it a little bit before the end of the third. Lance Thomas at 3. My, oh my. Raptors have been outscored 39-10 in the quarter. CJ with a little bit of time. Shot doesn't go. Scooped up by Miles. 20 seconds left. So they're going to hold it for the final shot. And a travel. Playing hard goes a long way.
This is frantic. I'm talking, this feels like a swing game in a playoff.
Yeah.
I mean, the energy from the Knicks has gotten this crowd going. I mean, the crowd's good, but their team has really gotten this fan base excited here tonight. Deservedly so.
Raptors down 18. Lee doesn't go. Tapped up and in. Raptors are now down by 20. What a swing. Van Vliet. They're on their feet here at the Garden. Raptors, you thought they were in control. Knicks changed their minds.
Well, the Raptors got their tails kicked here in the third quarter. Can't wait to hear what Ron Leo say about this one.
89 to 69, a 41-10 third quarter, Jack. Clock is down. Siakam spinning, working, and count the bucket. So good start here for the fourth quarter.
A few things. Raptors have beaten the Knicks 8 straight.
Yep.